Broadcasting from Cincinnati, you're listening to the Ringside Reporter Podcast. All the news from the world of boxing right here.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you.
Now, here's your host, Eric Lorda.
And we are live. Welcome to the Ringside Reporter Show, where we talk about the latest boxing news. If it's related to boxing, we'll talk about it right here. My name is Eric Lorta, and I'm here with my co-host, Joe Habib. We got a great show for you today, and if you want to call in, 570-530-8316. Beeb, let's get it started. In Norway, of all places, for Cecilia Brækhus and Emma Kozin. This was Brækhus' goodbye fight, and as she fought in front of her hometown crowd, Brækhus is pretty much, she's a legend, right? I mean, in women's boxing,
she's a pioneer, without question. She's a pioneer.
For sure. You know, and she won. 96-94, 97-93, and 98-92. I was happy to see her win. I mean, we've talked about her forever. I mean, when she's, she's a pioneer. You know what I mean? She's one of those ladies, man. And so it was nice to see her go out on top. She's only got a couple I think she's only got 2 losses?
I think 2 losses, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not bad, man. She had a great career. Definitely Hall of Fame material.
100% Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Hall of Fame material. So, yeah, she's going in for sure. So, it's always good to see you end on a high note and not end on, say, I don't know, Sugar Ray, when he got knocked out by Camacho. I'm just saying.
Why do you have to bring that up?
Well, it was the only thing that really came to my mind.
No, that was horrible, horrible comparison.
Why was that a horrible comparison? Because, he lost that last fight, right, to Camacho.
He had a calf injury. I mean, that happens sometimes.
He had a calf injury. He had a calf injury.
The other day I was doing my walk. I got a calf injury, Those things are debilitating.
What's the matter with you? Calf injury. All right, so Cecilia Brækhus wins, and let me tell you what, that was it. How about that? How about that? That was it for the action this weekend. There was a couple other fights, nothing of note. So let's go to the schedule, and I think we're going to be saved because we got some fights this week. Let's see here. On October 10th, from Commerce, California, on DAZN, Joseph Adorno versus Alberto Guevara, 8 rounds lightweights. That'll be on DAZN. Let's see what else we got here. On DAZN on October 11th, Jaron Boots Ennis versus Usima Lima, 12 rounds, junior middleweights. Khalil Coe versus Jesse Hart, 10 rounds light heavyweights. And I heard Jesse Hart, I don't know if that's the replacement for Jesse Hart's guy or not, but I heard somebody was out. Whoever was going to fight Jesse Hart is out. So I guess that's the replacement.
I wasn't sure about that myself, to be honest.
Yeah. But surprised Jesse Hart is still fighting. He's been around for a while.
Yeah, unfortunately never was able to get over the hump and win a world title, but definitely a solid contender. He always gave a good account of himself in all of his fights. You don't see him getting blown out of there very, very often.
No. And you know what's crazy about him is he should have been. Okay, you know what I mean? He should have been. He's a really good fighter, man.
Yeah, there's fighters that you could argue that probably aren't as good as him that ended up winning world titles, but he never
100%.
did,
Well, we always talk about it, man. We always say there's problem. It's there's luck involved with this. Just because you're a really good boxer doesn't mean anything. How many?
Of course,
we're on YouTube. We get stuff sent to us or whatever. How many fighters have you seen coming up the ranks that you're like, that guy's got it. That guy's got it, and he never materializes.
Yeah,
because they try to rush him. They try to give him the money fight, or they try to, there's a billion different things. Or they got a better prospect coming up that he's not ready for. And
look at Rolly Romero. Both times this guy became a champion, he was basically elevated to a champion. And never really clearly.
Two-time champion, isn't he?
He had interim belts.
Two-time champion.
He had interim belts, and he was elevated to full champion. That's how he became champion.
And if I look at Jesse Hart and I look at Rolly Romero, I'm going to say, yeah, Jesse Hart is definitely a talented. He's
better
fighter, right?
But
again, and I'm not saying Romero got lucky. That's not what I'm saying. That he got lucky to be where he is.
He knew how to market himself. That's a skill too.
Well, that's right. That's right. Look at Tim Austin. You remember Tim Austin from Cincinnati? Cincinnati kid, great fighter. Yeah. Great, one of the best to ever do it. Right. I met him, and this guy is the most humble, most sincere, most down to earth guy. But he's not a marketing guy. He's just not. He's not. He can't. He doesn't have it in him to sell himself because he's that humble. You know what I mean? And that's what you want in a fighter. But marketing wise, I get it. I understand. You want that guy that moves the needle. That's not really going to be him, even though it should be, because he's the best around. He was the best around.
And I think we're starting to see like a fatigue of that bad guy type image in boxing, because we
want to see fighters, man.
People are starting to resonate with guys like Terence Crawford, who are just regular, normal guys like them. Like, he's a down to earth, regular guy, family man.
Yep.
He's the type of guy that watches his kids play soccer on a Saturday morning, and talks to the other parents who are there with their kids. People are can resonate with people like that. We're starting to see that switch where we're not looking for the shock value in fighters anymore. They're just the shit talkers, because that's kind of getting old, and it's been washed and repeated so many times over the years, and people want they want to resonate with people who are more like themselves, the everyday folk.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, and JC hit it on the head. It's AB fatigue. Yeah.
That's exactly because you know what else too, Eric? People see what happens to athletes that live that fast life.
Yeah.
And it's not a favorable, desirable result at the end of the tunnel for those guys.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Right?
Let's see here. So October 11th, also on October 11th, we have David Allen versus Arslanabek.
Yeah, this is a good fight.
Makhmudov, 12 rounds heavyweights. That is a good fight. That's a very good fight.
And not to cut you off, but you know what they're saying is if Dave Allen wins that fight, he could be fighting Deontay Wilder next. I know you don't like that. You don't want it. You want to see Deontay Wilder pack it up. I know.
I do. And
I understand it.
Listen, man, I do, because I like him. You know what I mean? I think he's a personable guy. He looks, you know what I mean? And he's provided.
You met him once, didn't you?
Yeah.
You liked him.
Nice guy. Yeah, super nice guy.
He made a very good impression on you.
Yeah, he was. And this was when he was coming up. I didn't, this was like when he was coming up. Very well spoken, very everything. Just super nice
guy, right?
And he's got his daughter and everything like that. It's time to hang it up, though. There's what are you fighting for?
I know.
You know what I mean? I get it, but
he's had some bad losses too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Losses that you would think could take something off of you.
The Zhang fight.
I
mean, for real, the Zhang fight.
Even the Parker fight, he was getting.
The Parker fight, yeah, that's another one that
he was taking damage in that fight too.
He should have won that fight. You know what I mean? He should have won.
Paper, you would have thought he would have won that fight.
On paper, right?
Big favorite, yeah.
That's it. And he should have. Again, man, he should have won that fight. And yeah, where's Wilder Ruiz at? Those two were facing off.
Yeah.
You want to? That's more of a fight. You know what I mean? I don't know.
We'll see what happens. But again, like Dave Allen, with all due respect, it's kind of a level where Deontay Wilder could do all right in. You know what I mean?
Right.
He may not be in over his head, in other words.
I think he's shot. I really do. I think I think he's, he doesn't have the reflexes anymore. He's got the power, but you got to land that power.
Yeah.
And come the third or fourth round, let me ask you this. Come the third or fourth round, are you still going to have that power?
Do you think David Allen beats him? This version of Deontay Wilder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I do. I mean,
it's not
until I get shown otherwise.
Yeah,
listen,
it's not a ridiculous statement. It's not ridiculous. Now, 5 years ago, it would be a ridiculous statement, but not now.
No.
Not now.
No. I mean, I think anybody stepping in the ring with Wilder right now has a shot.
Has a shot.
They definitely have a shot. So
Robbie could go at least 2 rounds with him?
Maybe that might be the exception.
Yeah, he would get thrown.
You know what I mean? That might be the exception.
He would get folded up and thrown in the corner somewhere, that guy.
Robbie's joining the National Guard. He's going to Oregon now. He's right on the border. He's at the border.
He'll be at the border right now.
And so that's it for next weekend. But Boots Ennis and Sima Lima. So that's going to be a good fight, man. And I'm looking forward to that Jesse Hart fight too. It'd be interesting to see what he's got.
Yeah, I'm dying to see Boots at 154 because I do think that 147-pound weight cut was a tight cut for him. And I can only imagine and suspect that he's going to be much better at 154, and eventually he's going to be without a question, I believe he'll be a 160-pounder at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Boots is big. Yeah, Boots should go.
He's got a big frame, man. He's not a small guy.
Did you see? Okay, so the UFC was on last night.
Yeah.
And they had Alex Pereira, and I believe he's at light heavyweight, which is, I don't know, 200 pounds in the UFC or something like
205
that.
205 in the UFC.
205 is light heavyweight.
Yeah.
This guy put on 38 pounds or like 30-some pounds between the weigh-in.
Oh, they weighed him the night of the fight?
They weigh in the night before. So they weigh in the day before. So between the weigh-in and fight day, he was put on like almost 30 pounds.
No, but I'm saying they have them step on the scale the day of the fight too, so they can see how much weight they put on.
I don't even think they had to do that. He just did. Because it looked like it was at his house or at a residence or something like that.
He voluntarily revealed the information.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea to reveal that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't think it was a good idea to gain that much weight, but I mean, he ran right through his guy, man.
Yeah, you don't want the commission knowing things like that, because then they're going to start questioning, what are you doing to get, to get down to your weight?
Yeah. Did you see the BKFC main event last night with Mike Perry?
I'm telling you.
You love BKFC.
I got to shout out to Dave Feldman and shout out to Conor McGregor. I think they're doing a phenomenal job with that. And I think
Conor looked like he was coked out at that press conference.
Yeah, but he was funny though.
He was funny, but he was
Conor
definitely
McGregor, he's starting to grow on me a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't like him all the time. I thought he crossed the line sometimes, but he's starting to grow on me a little bit. He is kind of funny. I got to give him that.
Yeah.
He's entertaining.
Yeah, he really is, man. I didn't like how he was down in Mike Perry during
during the press conference.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? This is guys in your main event. Don't slam him. You have to pump him up. Like, what are you doing?
He was almost trying to, like, people were leaving comments saying he's trying to, like, play that Vince McMahon role, like how it was done in the WWE.
Well, sure he is. Yeah, for sure he is.
Write that down.
What's that? Big Texan, thank you so much. He said, "Beat looks amazing as usual."
Thanks a lot. Get it right down. So yeah, I mean, he's playing like that Vince McMahon role, like kind of like the heel boss. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of like an angle he was playing.
Yeah.
To kind of build it up, and he was actually saying that he at some point he's going to compete in BKFC, and he's going to fight possibly Mike Perry. He was saying that. He was teasing it. I don't know if he's actually going to do it, but he was teasing.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, that's a fight though.
But
you know what I mean?
But there's serious consideration of him competing in that White House card.
Well, I'll tell you this. He's not going to fight in BKFC before he hits that White House card.
No,
they're not even making that card. Dana came out and said they're not even making that card until February.
Yeah, until February.
You know what I mean? So, like...
And I'll be honest, I would like to see John Jones and Conor McGregor be on that card. And I understand the argument that you can't depend on John Jones, but put something in his contract that
it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. They gave him money. He signed it. He said no.
Yeah.
He's untrustworthy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll tell you what.
It's hard to advocate for him given his track record, even though I do think he is the greatest MMA fighter of all time.
Yeah.
But it's hard to advocate for his track record. He has shown.
And who knows what kind of stuff he's going to be in after yesterday, too. Yeah. I mean, you heard his brother passed away yesterday.
Yeah,
he's 39.
Very sad.
Guy played. It was the guy who played for the Ravens, Arthur or whatever. That was his older brother, and he passed away at 39.
That's so sad. And then Ricky Hatton died in his 40s. Yeah. What's going on, Eric?
I don't know.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Isn't that horrible?
Jeez, it is. It's crazy, man. All these young people too, man. Just real young people.
That's right.
And then you got me and you hanging tough, baby. That's how they don't make them like this no more.
2 months, December 9th. I'll be 56 years old, man.
Oh.
Pretty soon, I'll be going to Dunkin' Donuts. I'll be getting that
5 a.m.
I'll be able to buy those 3 donuts for 50 cents.
Oh, that's nice, man.
Be able to do it, man.
It's not all bad. I'll tell you that. It ain't all bad.
That's right.
Tell you that right now. All right. So those are the upcoming fights for next week. All right, let's go to the news and rumors, and then let's actually go to the phones after that. So let's go over Zuffa Boxing. Okay, so we heard this. This was this week. This was the Turkey Al Sheikh TKO, whatever they're calling. I guess they're calling it Zuffa Boxing now. I guess, right? Is that what they're calling it? Zuffa Boxing?
I think I'm not sure if it's going to be. I think it's going to be called TKO Boxing, but
TKO Boxing.
But the actual promotion, or whatever the company itself is.
Names, yeah, who knows? But so the way it's going to work is apparently, and the WBC is furious about this. Is that the
WBA is more furious about it? They're so mad at Tom Brown for actually endorsing the Ali Act, and now the rumor, I think I told you about this, the rumor is he's probably going to be going over to Zuffa Boxing and working over there. That's the rumor.
Yeah.
Like I heard Ring IQ talking about it, and I actually agree with his with his theory or his possible theory.
The WBA is mad. Well,
they're all crying. Listen, if you were confident in what you were doing, you don't worry about what anyone else is doing. You don't hear us taking shots about what other people doing boxing podcasts on here because we're confident in what we do over here at Ringside Reporter. You know, the parent company is Beeb Industries, and we're happy. We're very happy.
Yeah.
Even though we had to make some changes and stuff with Robbie, but we're still very happy.
Why you got to bring that up, man? Why do you even have to bring that up? That's not even cool. Why do you bring that up?
I mean,
what's the matter with you?
We do have an NDA when it comes to that.
Yeah, Zuffa Boxing was already an entity. I agree with you. Yeah, and they promoted I totally agree with that. But they didn't have anybody. You know what I mean? They didn't have their banner. They
didn't have the full roster. They didn't
have a full roster, right?
Yeah, they never had a full roster.
But now, so what it's going to be, so what I'm understanding here from what I read and everything like that, there's going to be Zuffa Boxing. And if you sign into Zuffa Boxing, if you sign on to them to fight with them, then I think you're going to go around the Muhammad Ali Act. That's where their amend comes in.
It's going to be they're going to amend the Muhammad Ali Act. It's going to be called the Muhammad Ali Revival Act.
Yeah,
Muhammad Ali Boxing Revival Act is what it's going to be called.
And they don't do anything. They don't change anything on the Ali Act.
No,
they add to it, but they don't change anything. So you can still fight under there. It's obviously your choice. So when you sign in to go into Zuffa, right, or TKO or whatever they're going to call it, when you sign in there, there's going to be no sanctioning bodies. You don't have to pay any sanctioning fees. You're going to get paid by them, but no sanctioning fees. Why is that important? Beeb, why don't you tell them how much those sanctioning fees are?
Yeah, 3% for each fighter, and then not just when you become champion, but when you fight eliminators, when you have those secondary belts.
Yeah.
And Ness and I interviewed Mauricio Suleiman. We were I asked him questions about the diamond belt and all these belts.
Yeah.
And he goes, I said, so what are these belts? Like, what do they represent? Oh, they're just trophies. They're just trophies. And I said, but you still have to pay sanctioning fees for them? And he never answered me.
Of course you do.
He didn't say no. So I can only, suspect that they are paying. I can't confirm it, but I strongly suspect that even for these trophy belts, they're paying sanctioning.
Diamond belt. Yeah. Oh, it's horrible.
And then they have all these seminars and these retreats and these gatherings, and they fly people around the world, and they have their board, and they do they go on all these extravagant trips to have their big meetings.
Paid for by who? The boxers.
By the boxers. The sanctioning fees pay for that.
Right. Edward Torres says, I recognize the four sanctioning bodies. I'm obviously not a fan of the BS interims and international belts, but the four are boxing. No, I disagree.
I only recognize, I'm like Max Kellerman right now. I adopted his way of thinking. I only recognize the ring belt right now. I will respect fighters who hold those title belts. I will give them the respect for winning those belts. But for me, the only person I will recognize as the one true champion in a division is the person who has the ring belt.
And that's going to be, you know what? Honestly, that's going to be the one.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm going to look for. I mean, because again, the WBC, the WBA, and then trying to get all these guys to fight each other. And then you got those stupid mandatories, that they have to fight. And it's ridiculous. You remember Vitaly Klitschko or either one of the Klitschkos, they wanted to hold on to those belts. So they would fight like nobodies over and over again, man.
Yeah.
You know, and you're wondering, like, who's this guy fighting? And like, you'd never fighting a guy you'd never heard of. It's ridiculous, man. So they will fight. Now, the other thing is they'll fight, and they'll fight for a Zuffa belt. All right. But the Zuffa title gets you a shot at the ring title, from what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
So that's like a contender belt. You know what I mean? To be the Zuffa champion or whatever is going to be like a contender belt, because then you get the right to fight for the ring title belt.
Yeah.
So
you almost have to graduate to fight
Yes.
for the ring belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, they're going to give guys, like the UFC, if a guy's undefeated, I don't think anybody in the UFC is like undefeated.
No.
I think John Jones is probably the one that comes close, but he's lost a fight. He's got disqualified.
Well, Khabib was undefeated. I think he was the only one
was the only one. Yeah.
Is he the only UFC fighter in the history of the UFC that retired undefeated? I don't even know. I'll have to do some research.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there was probably some guys early
he's the only one that I know of that retired undefeated.
Oh, after a run? Yeah, after a run like that? Yeah, for sure.
That guy, there's an argument that he's the best MMA fighter of all time, but I'm still going to go with John Jones.
John Jones is more dynamic. I think John Jones is more exciting. He can
more versatile. It's more versatile.
Right. He can wrestle. He can
wrestle. His ground game, his kicks. He's got probably some of the best kicks ever. Right? Those
oblique kicks that take his knee out. Oh, they were ridiculous, man.
He's probably the most dangerous person on the planet. Like if just fighting hand to hand.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine like having to go against John Jones? I mean, one person goes in a room, one person comes out. If John Jones goes in that room, you're not coming out.
That's right.
He wins 100% of the time against anybody on the planet.
That's right.
No questions. Get the biggest guy, get the smallest guy. Doesn't matter. He's coming out.
That's right.
The toughest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Gennadiy Bodiyang says he's a drug cheat. Yeah, listen, I get it. But
he wanted to take ED pills. I'm not going to hold that against him.
Yeah, right. Well, they said he was coked up during that Cormier fight. He went on like a bender before that second Cormier fight.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Is that what they said? I didn't know that.
Well, that first fight. I think it was the first fight he went on a bender.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And that went to a decision or whatever. But yeah.
I don't think Ngannou beats John Jones. There's no way. I don't see it.
Listen, until they get in the ring, I don't Gennadiy says Ngannou beats him. Listen, man, until somebody beats John Jones, you got to go with John Jones.
That's right.
Just is. Just like Andre Ward. Until somebody beat Andre Ward, you got to go with Andre Ward. Doesn't know how to spell lose,
Now, Tom Aspinall, he could be favored right now against John Jones because he's the younger, fresher guy, and he's the champion right now.
He absolutely would be favored over John Jones.
But even Daniel Cormier says he would favor John Jones. He said the same exact thing you said. Till we see John Jones lose, we can't envision it.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That's Cormier. And Cormier, they hated each other. They hated each other.
He's not John Jones' best friend at all.
Right. They hated each other. So yeah, for sure.
Right.
That's real stuff, man.
Yeah.
But what do you think about this? I mean, I think that we were talking about the wins and losses in UFC.
Sure.
And taking this to boxing.
Sure.
And I think the great thing about this is when a guy loses now in boxing, you completely write the dude off. Completely. Right?
They talk about Sugar Ray Robinson being the best fighter of all time.
And Floyd's argument to that is, well, he's lost.
Yeah, but
it's not a good argument.
Sugar Ray Robinson, this is how great this guy was. And I only watch him on YouTube. And again, obviously I didn't see him live. So my favorite fighter of all time, and the guy I think is the best fighter of all time, is Sugar Ray Leonard, because I actually watched him live. And he was in my era, or I was in his era, however you want to frame it.
Yeah.
But Sugar Ray Robinson, if you go and you can go and watch that Joey Maxim fight on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's fighting a guy that weighed in at 175 pounds, and he weighed 157 pounds, fighting for that light heavyweight title, right? And he won. He won 10 out of those 13 rounds, easy.
Yeah.
Easy. and there was 2 rounds left. All he had to do was finish on his feet, and he would have won the light heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Fighting at 157 pounds. If he fought in today's era with 12-round fights, he would have won that fight easily. Easily. He would have won the fight like 11 rounds to 1. So again, this is the difference between fighters fighting then and fighting now. And at that time, they weren't fighting with 8-ounce gloves. They were fighting with 6-ounce gloves. They had same day weigh-ins.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
They had 15-round fights.
That's the way.
So think about that. Think about that. Imagine how great how many titles and how great Sugar Ray Robinson would have been if they had the junior titles, if they had the day before weigh-ins, if they had 12-round fights. Think about it.
Yeah. Edward Torres says, Zuffa Boxing doesn't recognize nice world championship lineages. So what is it? Actually, they do. The ring, that's what the ring title is.
Ring title is
a linear belt.
Lineage. It's the greatest lineage you can ever have.
Right. That's the ring title.
Most respected belt of all time.
Right. And that's how they determine that's why they recognize the ring champion. Even today, they recognize the ring champion as the lineal champion.
Yeah, a lot of these people that want to cape for the sanctioning bodies, they're like a woman that's been cheated on 1,000 times and keeps going back to the same guy. Like, when are you guys going to learn? When are you guys going to learn? Like, these sanctioning bodies are not good for the fans. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't really care about you.
Listen, I'll be the first to admit, they make nice hardware. I mean, just look behind me. They make nice hardware.
I think the ring belt right now actually looks better than those belts. The new one.
I don't think so.
I love the ring belt.
It's just all right for me. You know what I mean? Like, when I look at the ring belt, it's just okay for me. It's not like anything.
I mean, Rocky had the ring belt. Come on.
What's that?
Rocky had the ring belt. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're a hater. Come on.
It's just okay for me.
I love it.
Edward Torres, are you kidding me? It's lineage. That's what it is. That's what the ring belt is. It's lineage. What does the WBO have lineage? Stop it. Rocky.
I mean, Edward Torres, you're the type of person.
That was a movie, Ed Torres.
Yeah.
That was a movie, man. The ring belt is the same as the lineal championship. That's how they determined it. Yeah, that's what they've always said. That the ring belt.
The person who was considered the lineal title, the lineal champion, has the ring belt.
Yeah, that's it.
George Foreman was the lineal heavyweight champion.
That's why they had
given the ring belt. Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's the only true lineage, because the only way you lose the ring belt is if you lose.
Yeah,
if you actually lose it, you can't be stripped of it. If you're inactive for a year, or if you fail a drug test, you will be stripped of it. That's the only way. Or if you lose, there's only 3 ways you can be stripped of it. They don't order mandatories. There's no sanctioning fees. There's just the number 1 guy can only lose it if he fights the number 2 guy.
Yeah, the ring belt.
That's it.
The ring belt
where a WBC guy can fight. Even in the WBC, if you are considered the mandatory challenger, unless the WBC orders the mandatory fight happen, then you could fight the guy ranked number 5, and the WBC at its discretion can mandate the 5th or 6th ranked guy to fight for the title. So it's a joke.
Yeah, it really is. The ring belt doesn't make you undisputed. I'm not saying it makes you undisputed.
Yeah, but who cares about undisputed?
Yeah, who cares about undisputed?
I mean, I'd rather, like, being lineal is more.
Would you rather have 1 belt or 16? It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what it's like now, and we've made this comparison for quite a while. Wrestling. It's like pro wrestling, where you got the TV title, you got the national heavyweight title, you got the intercontinental title. I mean, the U.S. title, the world title, the Raw title.
So does the NBA? Does the NBA championship take place between the best team versus the 6th best team? Because that's essentially what winning a title belt is. So if somebody goes and beats Rolly Romero and they win that WBA belt, does that make them the best fighter in the division?
Right. Omar asked a pretty good question here. She says, let's see. He said, with Zuffa Boxing being a U.S. thing, how does it incorporate fighter from the U.K. or Japan? It's not really a U.S. It is, but it's not, because Turki Al-Sheikh is on board. And while it's a U.S. company, well, what did you say about Tom Brown earlier? Tom Brown.
Brown, man, a lot of those UFC a lot of those PBC fighters that are kind of like just hanging around, waiting for the phone call, and just they're there to fill undercards. I do believe it. Like Tom Milnecki, who was a PBC, then went to Top Rank. He's going over to Zuffa Boxing, and a lot of those guys are going over to Zuffa Boxing. The guy that was on the undercard of Canelo Crawford, Adams, he's going over to Zuffa Boxing. So you're going to see a lot of guys go over there. They're going to have a roster of like 400 fighters. So I don't know.
And Edward Torres says, and I see where you're going with it. He said, eliminate the interim and continental stuff, but those 4 belts are boxing. You know what? I see where you're going. I understand it. Trust me, I do understand your argument here.
Yeah, I don't.
But the thing is, with the continental belts and the interim belts, those are all for status.
You guys are
That's
young
how you
kids.
get ranked.
Yeah, you guys are young kids. You don't remember the golden era of boxing when there was
only 2 belts.
Like for
and
the
then there was
longest
only
time,
1 belt, and then there was 2 belts.
Yeah, like for the longest time, up until like 1985, there was only 2 belts, and then from 1985 to 1988, then they had the WBO, but the WBO wasn't recognized until 2004.
Right.
So up until 2004, there was only 3 belts. Now you got 4 belts. So again, when you beat Raleigh,
have 5 belts.
Beating Raleigh Romero gets you a title belt, but it doesn't make you the best fighter in the division.
Right. And I'm sure, going back to our old disagreement here, I'm sure Raleigh would call himself the champion.
He is a champion.
He calls himself the best in the world.
He's a WBA champion. He's not the champion of the division.
I think if you ask him, he would say he's the champion.
Yeah.
Because he's got the belt. I know I would say I'm the champion if I had the belts.
But if you took a poll, I think only 10% of the people would ever, like maybe 10%
all
of the
which
people,
are his family,
his family would say he was the best fighter in the division.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the thing. And I think that's what, listen, I think they're, again, okay, so the WBO, right?
For years, that belt was laughed at. He's right.
Yeah, he's right. And why is it recognized now?
Francesco Damiani was the WBO heavyweight champion when Mike Tyson was fighting.
Yeah. Right here, Raphael says, what if Pacquiao beats Raleigh? The way the welterweight division is, it's looking that makes him second best behind Norman Jr.
No, doesn't. Because Conor Benn right now, I think Conor Benn beats Manny Pacquiao right now.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't think that makes Manny Pacquiao. No.
Yeah. And Torres says, I understand those 4 belts have made boxing a beauty with those unifications. I understand your point. Yeah, and I get that.
Kid, bro, you're a young kid. You're talking to someone who's only almost 60 years old. You're not going to have the same mentality that I have.
Oh, don't say that again, man. That just makes it sound bad. Like we're almost 60.
I mean, you were born into this era of ridiculousness where fighters say they're their own boss when they're not their own boss, because unless you're signing the front of the check and not the back of the check, you're not your own boss, because you're being paid by the broadcaster. The broadcaster tells you how much they're going to pay you, when you're going to fight, and the promoter is going to tell you where you're going to fight. So you're not your own boss. All these idioms and these sayings and the being undefeated, all this stuff,
all that nonsense.
It's not really relevant and never was relevant.
Right.
And it's only been perpetuated in this ridiculous era. No one cares about it.
Well, and what's to stop it from? And Edward Torres says leave it at 4. First of all, I don't think it should be 4, but
why not have just 1?
I grew up on the WBC and WBA, but why do we have 4 champions? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't,
Why do we need 17 weight classes either? Do we really need 7 weight classes? Do we need a straw weight, a junior flyweight? Do we need all those weight classes? I don't think we do.
Who knows?
I don't think we do.
All right, let's see if I can bring Robert on here. Robert, you're live.
Hello, everybody.
So, Robert,
first of all,
Robert, can I ask you a question?
Okay.
I did hear a rumor. You tell me if this is true or not.
Oh my God, here he goes.
No, I'm just asking you. I heard
Okay.
that you were going to Oregon and helping out the National Guard. You temporarily joined the National Guard to help out in Oregon. Is that true or not? That's what Mrs. Herrick
Number
told me.
one, with my stature and my disabilities, that would not be a good thing. Okay.
Well, they told me they were gonna give you some weaponry that would offset some of those disabilities.
Yeah. Well, dream on. First of all, let me educate some of these younger people that are in the chat. I've been watching boxing. I've been watching boxing since I was like 6 or 7 years old. I am now 60. I'm going to be 61 at the end of the month.
Damn.
You people that are born in this era where boxing is now, I kind of feel sorry for you because you're seeing boxing at its worst point because there's too many champions, too many belts. You have some organizations, you have some weight classes that have 5 champions. You have WBA, WBO, IBF, WBC, and IBO. And, not very many people know about the IBO.
What about the
I
WBO?
grew up with,
yeah.
Or
the IBO. You're right. IBO was the computer one, right?
Yeah, the computer
exactly.
rankings.
Yeah.
Computer rankings.
That's what it was.
The AI rankings.
There are too many weight classes and too many belts. I fully support only rooting for and supporting whoever has the ring champion because the ring magazine has been around for over 100 years or more. And so they're the true Bible of boxing. They have documented boxing for over a century. If you can't believe anything that the ring puts out, then you can't believe anything in boxing. They are the Bible of boxing. And you people that are younger, you need to do your homework and understand how boxing used to be and how it is now.
And just a piece of trivia here, Jack Dempsey was the first one to receive the ring title. There you go. That's how far back it goes. 1922. Not that.
Yep. Well, that's the very first year of the magazine, Eric. It's been around 103 years.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Robert, what do you think about the sanctioning bodies not being allowed in to Zuffa or Riyadh season or whatever the case may be?
First of all, I think they have enough money where they can create their own thing. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I heard earlier this week when Dana was interviewed by Randy Gordon and Jerry Cooney that they have a multi-year deal with Paramount Plus. That's where they're going to show their fights.
We already knew that, Robert.
You know?
That was already announced.
But they announced the UFC deal, Joe, but the boxing deal is also incorporated in that.
Yeah, but Dana already said that.
Okay.
He has been saying that.
But my point is, there as long as Turkey and Nick Khan and Dana White are working together, the three of them are going to be able to create their own thing, and they're basically going to be able to ignore the sanctioned bodies because they're going to have enough money to ignore them, which is a good thing.
So Dana White was on Jerry Cooney's show?
Yeah, he was interviewed by Randy Gordon and Jerry Cooney on Sirius XM.
Oh, that's awesome.
And, he basically went through, how this is going to work, and they're basically going to totally ignore the 4 main sanctioning bodies. They're going to have to fend for themselves. And and Dana said they're working on signing over 450 fighters.
Yeah. That's a big number. That's a big number. But, in the way they do it, like I said, I wonder, now here's what I'm wondering. If they sign the contract to fight with them, can they actually, do they have to fight for them? Do they retain those rights or can they go fight for other belts, come back and fight in there?
No.
Or they're just, this is the organization you're coming on to, you're boarding this organization. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Eric, I don't know how the contracts are going to be written. So that'll be the interesting part you can see. Like, you know how Dana has ran the UFC. The UFC has basically been, you fight for the UFC and you fight for nobody else. So I'm assuming he wants to set up his boxing organization the same way.
But when he was asked, will he work with other promoters? He did say, I don't think so. He didn't say definitely not. He said, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But he's right. They don't need to. They don't.
They don't.
It's just like the UFC working with other promoters. They don't need to.
Yeah.
But here they're behind the 8 ball. Over there, they created a sport. I mean, nobody was, you know what I mean? They created that sport out of nothing. You know, the Gracies and everybody. And then when they took it over, they created that sport, right?
Well, you did have other organizations. Right. You had like Pride, and you had some of the other ones as well.
And you'll still have organizations here, but they've separated themselves as by far the biggest.
Sure. They're a $12 billion company, the UFC.
Yeah.
$12 billion. With a B.
And if Tom Brown, you said Tom Brown, he's a manager, right? Or he's promoter. He's
actually a promoter, yeah. If he goes in,
he's got a lot of those PBC guys.
Yeah, he's got a lot of PBC guys. I'm telling you right now,
if you're on PBC right now, I don't know what you're doing. You better try to get out of that contract.
PBC,
because they've got nothing over there now.
Most guys that fight under the PBC banner, right? They don't have long-term contracts. Only a few, like Canelo signed a 2 or 3 fight deal with them. Like most guys that fight under that banner, they are fight to fight. Like Boots was there forever. He was always fight to fight. All those guys are fight to fight. They don't have like long, and that's what Al Heyman does. He acts as an advisor, and then he actually owns the company. And this way, because he's not your quote unquote promoter, he doesn't have to sign you to long-term deals and guarantee you fights and give you like minimums. Like when Terence Crawford signed, like I think a 6-fight deal with Bob Arum, he was given a guaranteed minimum of $3 million. Like they don't have deals like that with PBC fighters. Only like 2 or 3 guys will get like only I think I can only remember like Canelo ever getting like a 4-fight deal or a 3-fight. I think Canelo had like a 3-fight deal with them or a 4-fight deal with them. And then after that, boom, you're gone. So they don't sign long-term deals. They don't sign long-term deals.
And remember that's one of the main reasons why when you see a PBC pay-per-view, you'll always see the $80 or $90 price tag through Amazon Prime because they don't have many dates. They don't have many dates.
No
so
dates.
The dates that they create, they're going to charge your arm and a leg for it.
Yeah. Nando 510, this has got to be the comment of the day here. Tom Brown is Genco Oil. If you know, you know it. So let's see here.
Well, at least he's got Enron. Remember Enron?
It's a Godfather reference. What's the matter with you?
Robbie?
What's the matter with you? Stay in your lane. No, you didn't know that.
No, you didn't know.
You didn't know it.
Pay attention. You have a Netflix account. Stop watching movies.
Give me a break.
And Torres says Zuffa Boxing is clearly. I'm speaking. Zuffa Boxing clearly are going to change the Queensberry rules, so it's not boxing. Then I don't know that they're going to change any rules. I don't know that they're going to change any rules. Why don't we just wait and see?
What are you afraid of?
He hates this idea.
What are you afraid of? Like
you have a lot of people that don't want to change.
You're so threatened that your precious sanctioning bodies are in danger. That fuck you constantly. Like you're like a battered fucking woman that keeps going back to. You're a battered woman that keeps going back to the abuser. For what?
That's right.
What are you doing?
Right. All right, Robert, we're going to put you back on hold here, and then let's bring on Jerry, who had some issues himself this week. 410 Baltimore, you're live.
All right. Now, this is where you shut your noodle tube, right?
After hearing Coach Malachi.
I wasn't the one being accused of things,
After hearing Coach Malachi light you up the other week, man. I don't know if you have a leg to stand. I don't know if you have a leg to stand on anymore. That guy lit you up like a Christmas tree the other week.
I had to shut it off. I can't listen.
No. I really couldn't hear much of that. Say, what about Coach Malachi? What? No.
I mean, after he lit you up like a Christmas tree the other week, I don't know if you even have a leg to stand on anymore.
Oh, he lit me up.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he took you apart like a Lego set.
Yeah, I think not. I think I exposed him for what he is, and it's a shame because very few.
He's a very honorable person, Coach Malachi. He's an upstanding citizen in the YouTube boxing community. You got to respect that guy.
I respect him.
Not quite. Tons of people have beefs with him, and now I do too.
All right. Well, what do you think about the Zuffa thing?
All right. Give us your spiel. Go ahead.
Yeah. Probably the best thing that could happen to boxing is to get rid of the sanctioning bodies. They're corrupt. The promoters are bought in with them, and it's been a big problem for a long time now. To me, it's a great thing. It's no small undertaking. It's going to take someone like Turkey with all of his money to attempt to do it. But if he's willing to plunk down the money, which he seems to be, he can reform boxing in a manner that will make it much like Robert said, like the UFC, because over there, when there's a hot fight to be made, it gets made. And if you're the champ and you don't want to make that fight, they take the belt from you. They don't play around over there. And boxing has been nothing but political for years and years now, not just the last couple of decades, but for the longest time. And it just gets worse and worse and worse, to the point where you see Danny Swift Garcia get ranked in the middleweight division without ever even fighting there, where you see fighters get titles awarded to them without even fighting for them. It's just it's been a real problem. Dana White recognizes it, and Turkey is smart to let Dana White advise them, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, I would agree. There you go.
Yeah. Now, also, I'm sick and tired of talking about Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Okay, that's all she wrote.
We didn't even
mention it. What are you yelling at us for? We didn't do anything.
We didn't even bring it up, man. What are you talking about? We haven't mentioned.
You're tired of talking about it. You bring it up.
We haven't mentioned Terence Crawford or Canelo Alvarez once this show. I think you're having nightmares. You're having nightmares. What did you bet the house on Canelo? You're having nightmares, man.
I didn't say you. I said me. I'm sick and tired of it. I mean, people are still,
talking about it. Then.
Yeah, he's a great fighter. Okay, good, got it. When he makes a move here, they're saying he's going to have a couple fights. Then he'll be back in the news again. Same thing with Canelo. I'm done with that. Mayweather and Tyson, fake fight. Jake Paul and Tank Davis, fake fight. Just like the Tyson-Jake Paul fight was fake, this Tank Paul fight is going to be another fake attraction. And that's the type of shit boxing doesn't need. If you ask me, it's not going to attract any casual fans. They may watch it, but it's not like they're going to be like, oh, shit, that was great. Now I'm going to be a boxing fan. No, they're not. If anything, they're probably going to be turned off like they were with the Tyson fight because it was fake and people could see it was fake. So it's garbage. And lastly, if Manny Pacquiao happens to lift that title from Rolly Romero, don't be surprised if you see him and Mayweather have a rematch.
That's 100%. I would totally agree with that.
Do you think that could happen, Eric?
Yep. Yeah, I 100%. I 100% believe that.
Jesus.
100% believe that.
Okay.
But I will say this. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks for calling, man. I'll put you back on hold. I will say this, though. I think that'll happen, and I think he beats Romero, by the way. That being said, I don't think that fight is anywhere near as big as it was. I don't think it's a big attraction. I think everybody's tired of Pacquiao. I know everybody's tired of Mayweather. We don't need to see him fight. Mario Barrios blew it. He just blew it. Because that was a winnable fight for him. It was a winnable fight for AB, too, when he fought Pacquiao. Should have beat him. Didn't. Doesn't throw any punches. What are you going to do? What's funny? You know what I find fascinating is that so many people think that Jake Paul Tyson fight was fake, or there was rules stipulating this and that. Tyson was 60, guys. Was he 60 years old?
Yeah.
How old is Jake Paul? Jake Paul is in his mid-20s.
I do think both guys were pulling their punches, but
I don't even think that.
No, I do.
Go
back and watch it. I'll show you a clip where they actually show Tyson flipping and going up and under and then going like this and then pulling his hand back. I swear. You could see it. Literally see it.
Again, he's 60. He's not going to have the same pop as he did.
But either way, even if Tyson wasn't pulling his punches, he still can't function as Tyson once did, obviously. Like, if he didn't pull his punches and he went all out, he probably would have been, like, exhausted in fucking one or two rounds.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's no disrespect. I mean, I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. Just it's the reality of life.
So, all right. So let's talk about this now. Pitbull Cruz, Isaac Cruz, will take Tank's place basically and fight Lamont Roach on December 6th.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. But I'll tell you what I do hate. This is set to be a pay-per-view.
Oh, that's gross.
The quality that you're going to get from PBC now, it wasn't that great then. But now, the quality you're going to get, I think they're on their last legs. I really do.
Can I say something too? These idiots are crying about Zuffa Boxing, but they're applauding paying for pay-per-views.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for pay-per-views.
If Zuffa Boxing can take all of the PBC fighters and put them on Paramount Plus and CBS, and those events not be pay-per-view, why would you be upset with that? I do understand the logic of the fans. They're idiots, but that's beside the point. I'm sorry, I have to say it. If you're happy about paying $80 on top of a Amazon Prime membership, if you're happy with that,
man.
If you were to buy all of the PBC pay-per-views, you'd be spending, and then you add in your Amazon Prime membership, you'd be spending like almost $1,800 a year in boxing. It's like it's ridiculous. Like it makes no sense. Like why you would applaud that?
Yeah, I agree. You know, and that fight is not a pay-per-view fight, guys. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not a pay-per-view fight.
And the numbers will reflect it.
And let me tell you what, I don't care who's on that undercard. You couldn't pay me to watch that fight. You know what I mean? Like there's no way I would pay, and it's going to be $60 to $80, right?
No, it's going to be $80.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be $80.
For that fight.
How much?
Neither one of them are pay-per-view guys.
The Barrios fight was $80. Why wouldn't this one be?
Right. You know what? And I'll tell you who the other person is. Top Rank, man. They don't have a TV deal yet.
They don't. No.
And if I'm an upcoming prospect, why would I go to either one of those guys?
Well, you got Xander Zayas, and he's going to be fighting in Puerto Rico, defending his belt for the first time.
Where's it going to be?
Who's going to promote that fight?
Right. And I mean, where's the TV outlet for it?
You going to show it on Facebook Live again?
Right. I'm not going to say Omar Rodriguez has the right idea, but I'm just saying
we can't reveal what we do here in our tax.
We always do the right thing.
Yeah, we don't release any of our private information on the internet.
We always do the right thing.
We always do the right thing, though.
So let's see here. So yeah, $80 for that. I can't do it, man.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Can't do it. Well, I wonder if Robbie's going to pay for it. I don't know.
He won't pay for it.
The Hall of Fame, the International Boxing Hall of Fame ballots are out. The lead on there is going to be Triple G, Gennadiy Golovkin, leading the Hall of Fame charge. How about that, Beeb?
That's great.
He deserves to go in, right?
He deserves to go in.
I think he deserves to go in. Defended his title 21 times. 18 of those fights ended in knockouts. He had multiple titles and a career knockout rating of over 80%. When he fought, no matter who he fought, you knew it was going to be a fight. Yeah. You knew you were going to see something exciting, man.
I thought he won both Golovkin fights, too.
Or the Canelo fights?
Canelo fights, excuse me. I thought he won both Canelo fights. Thank you. But I did think Jacobs beat him. I had Jacobs beating Golovkin, but I do think Golovkin beat Canelo twice.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah. I think that I had Golovkin winning
you had him winning
wide margin in the first one. Yeah. I don't know if I can't remember what I had in the second fight.
I think you had Canelo edging him in the second.
I think fight. I might have, and obviously Canelo won.
But you admitted that fight could have even been a draw or maybe a Golovkin win.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now some of the other candidates on there, we got Triple G leading the way. Then we have Vernon Forrest, very good fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know, Hall of Famer, maybe. I don't know.
Can I tell you, he beat Shane Mosley twice. Yeah, he was a champion at 147 and 154.
Yeah.
I would vote him in.
Yeah. I don't have a problem.
And I'll be honest with you, and this is a full disclosure, it would be a sentimental pick. Because
I agree with that.
It's a sentimental pick on my part because I was so saddened, devastatingly so, when he lost his life at such a young age.
In Atlanta.
And he was still he was still boxing at the time. He could have done so much more.
All the work he did with those kids.
He was a great, from what I've seen of him, I obviously never met him and don't know him personally, but from what I've seen of him, what I've read of him, the way he carried himself, he was an outstanding human being from what I've seen of him.
Fredo Corleone in the chat says that he lost to Mayorga. Yeah, he did. He lost twice. Yeah, he lost twice to Mayorga.
The second fight was razor close, though. He lost it by split decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So we got Vernon Forrest, Triple G, Stevie Collins.
That's another sentimental pick.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Christina Hammer. Christina Hammer.
She's not getting it.
Friend of the show. Christina Hammer.
She's not getting it. No, you know what? She's. I don't know. You think she'll get in?
She should.
You know the problem with the Boxing Hall of Fame though is they're very biased towards American fighters. Like Chris Eubank and Nigel Benn are not in the Hall of Fame.
That to me is outrageous.
Isn't that
Chris Eubank is not in the Hall of Fame?
That is bizarre.
Yeah, it is.
Guess who beat both Chris Eubank and Nigel Benn? Stephen Collins.
Stevie Collins.
So based on that, he's getting in.
Non-participants. Jack Reese. That's a hard no for me.
Yeah, I don't like.
It's a hard no.
I don't like him as a referee.
Steve Weisfeld, your mentor.
Yeah, he's getting in
on the ballot because he's
getting in.
And Kelly Swanson.
I can't stand
PR
her.
chick.
Oh, I do not. Oh, I don't like her.
Really?
I don't like.
Really?
Her.
That's what we're doing now. Why don't we put us on the ballot?
I don't like her.
What about what's his face? I'm trying to think here.
Lee Groves should be in the boxing.
Lee Groves should 100% be in the boxing.
Lee Groves is probably the night. He's in Lee Groves, right?
Yeah, Sugar Lee Groves. Give him that, son.
Sugar. He is so intelligent and so insightful and so smart, and on top of it, he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah,
and you can listen to that guy talk about boxing all day. I've been on panels with him.
We've had
him on this show. Lee Groves can you can learn something from Lee Groves, you know?
Let me tell you this, and I don't get shook up too much. I don't get starstruck too much. When Lee Groves called in the one time, I was awestruck. I was literally starstruck. Lee
Groves is a legend.
I've been reading him forever and have him
how long
to
Lee
talk
Groves
to
has
him.
been following this sport? Lee Groves has been following this sport for decades.
Long time.
Okay? Gotta show
Lee Groves 100% should be in there.
You gotta get him in there as a non-participant.
Yeah, absolutely. No question. And then, of course, Manny Pacquiao looking to return in January, Beeb. The target is Rolly Romero. We talked about this before it even happened.
That's going to be
before it even happened, son.
We said that was next. That's going to be a done deal.
That's an awful fight. An awful $100 pay-per-view fight. It's awful. Do you think there's a chance Rolly beats him?
There is, but I'm not
picking him.
There's a shot.
But they know that,
I'm not picking him.
Rolly Romero is, it's tough. But he can move. But Rolly's got that style. I don't know that he can adapt.
I think Mario Barrios would beat Rolly Romero.
Rolly. Did you say Mario Barrios would be?
I know as much as you don't like Mario Barrios,
mind, son.
As much as you don't like.
You know why?
Because
it's a big fight.
He beat Ugas, and Ugas beat Pacquiao.
Stop it. I don't even want to hear Barrios' name on here.
You wouldn't pick Rolly over Barrios, would you?
Yep.
You can't stand.
If it's a main event, is it a main event or is it an undercard fight? Is it a main event or an undercard fight? Really?
An undercard fight, would you pick him?
If it was an undercard fight, Barrios wins that fight 9 times out of 10. That's a 50-50 fight, son. I'm taking it.
You just think once he gets the
lights, once we turn on the lights and the camera, he just
once he's
just freezes,
son.
He's
at the top of the bill, he gets a little starstruck, right?
There it is. Omar Rodriguez, he's got it, man. Barrios and Rolly is the ultimate 50-50 clash. Here it is. This is it. Mario Barrios beats Rolly only if there are less than 3,000 people in the crowd. He's right.
He does get nervous.
He gets the yips in there. I don't understand it.
You saw when he was on the undercard of that Tyson Jake Paul fight where that show was gigantic.
He was winning that fight. And then he blows it. He gets all struck, man. I don't know what his problem is.
He had a draw in that fight.
He got to go to a psychologist or something to figure this out.
He's a sports psychologist like Carl Froch had.
Remember
that? After the George Groves fight, he got his first apology. That's hilarious. I like Golf Roach. I'm glad he got in the Hall of Fame. He was another
Chris Eubank. It's just a tragedy that Chris Eubank is not in the Hall of Fame.
I know.
Is that for real? He's really not in the Hall of Fame?
Nigel Benn's not in the Hall of Fame either. I think Iran Barkley is in the Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken. I think he got in. And Nigel Benn.
No.
Let me double check and see if Iran Barkley's in.
No.
I could be wrong here, but let me double check. I'm gonna Google it. I think he got in because
there's no way Iran Barkley's in.
He's got 2 wins over Tommy Hearns, and he's a 3-division.
What?
He's a 3-division world champion.
Stop it.
He's a 168, 175 pound champion. I think he got in. Let me find out. So Iran Barkley in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Let me see. Hold on.
Vinny Paz is the baseline. No, Vinny Paz is not the baseline. Arturo Gatti is the baseline. Vinny Paz deserves to be in there, son.
You're right. He's not in. I apologize.
Yeah, Fredo came back and says that Barkley, I don't think, is in the Hall of Fame.
No, he's not.
No, he should not be in the Hall of Fame.
He's in the New Jersey Hall of Fame, but not. Many boxing enthusiasts and analysts believe Barkley deserves a place. Think about it.
His career was better than Arturo Gatti's.
He beat Tommy Hearns twice, and he was a world champ at 160, 168.
He beat Tommy Hearns twice, too.
And light heavyweight.
How about that? How about he beat Hearns twice?
And he's a 3-division champion. I'm sorry. I'm voting him in. I'm voting him in. I'm going to call Lee Groves up. He gets the vote.
That's right.
See if I can persuade Lee Groves to vote him in. And Mike Montero also.
I was going to say, I think Mike Montero gets a vote also.
Mike Montero gets a vote too, man. Got to call him up, see if I can consult with him, see if Iran Barkley gets in.
Ade Aladipo, who do we got between Dave Allen and Makhmudov? Dave Allen.
Yeah,
I got Dave Allen winning that fight.
But Dave Allen is the underdog, actually, but I'm going to still take him.
I'm taking the Dave Allen, too.
Yep.
All right, guys, that'll do it for this edition of Ringside Reporter. As always, you can catch Joe Habib on X at jhabib1. Find our YouTube channel at ringsidereporter.com, and you can find me on X at ringside73. Guys, we will see you next week.